Welcome to this radio video, and this is another video for my topics of shortwave station for the new schedule season A16 that started March 27th. This is for Europe, and this is for the time frame of 1900 hours UTC. So if you have your shortwave receiver and you are around 1900 UTC, here are some of the picks that I think are worth trying for in Europe. So basically, one of the great stations that you can start listening to at 1900 hours for a 30-minute program is Voice of Vietnam. Best frequency seems to be 7280. If you look at 7280, this is the best frequency for Voice of Vietnam Europe at 1900 hours UTC. Coming in very well here on the U20 receiver. There's also 9730, but that's for Africa from what I see here. Let's just check it out. Yeah, that's for Asia, sorry. And that one doesn't come in very well. So, Voice of Vietnam, 70 to 80 kilohertz is a great time frame for Vietnam to Europe. 1930 UTC, 30-minute broadcast in English. Also, Radio Australia. Radio Australia does not broadcast directly to Europe like it doesn't to North America, but it still packs a good signal on some frequencies. One frequency to note, 12065. It's not super strong, but it's good enough that I think a lot of you will be receiving it. So 12065 is a great frequency. Radio Australia, 19 to 20 UTC. So why not check it out? Maybe you'll be able to receive Radio Australia in your part of the world. To Europe, also, Radio Thailand packs a great signal, 9390 kilohertz, 9390. This is 19 to 20 UT, a 1 hour broadcast to Europe, and it's actually coming in very well. So that's going to be, in general, an easy catch. Keep in mind that this is direct from Thailand, so that means that it will depend on some propagation conditions, but in general it should come in quite well. So 19 to 2000 hours universal time. Radio Thailand, 9390 kilohertz. This is directed to Europe, and right now it's backing a pretty good signal here in North America. Then we have Voice of America, 15580 from Botswana Relay. This is another great reception to North America to Europe of a station. Sorry, here for some reason I just my browser just had a problem here. So 15580 kilohertz is Voice of America from Botswana. Great signal into the U20 receiver, and so that could be another one. Let's try another frequency here, maybe 6080. Much weaker, but 6080. So your best bet is probably for the summertime, 15580. English language from Voice of America. Which is always an entertaining program. I mean, there are some interesting stuff on the Voice of America to listen to. Lots of focus to Africa news, which is interesting, as we hear a lot of things happening in Africa, news from Africa. We don't typically hear those news usually here or in our regular media, basically. What else do we have? There's Voice of Indonesia, but from what I check here, Voice of Indonesia is not very strong. So basically this is a bad signal. I can see that there's some other broadcasts on the frequency. Voice of Indonesia, not an easy one, but you can try it, of course. If we continue on from 1900 hours UTC to Europe, we will of course check for Iran at 1920 UT has two frequencies towards Europe, which is 7315 and 9665. Now at this time, they have not started their transmission, so I have no idea how well they come in. But take note of Iran 9665 and 7315 to Europe 1920 UTC. As we go then to 1930 UTC, of course, you will have from Vatican State. It's for Africa, but that might come in if you try it. 9710 Radio Japan English for 30 minutes to check for. And finally, you also have Monday to Friday Radio Telefis Syriana from Ireland, 5820 kilohertz from Madagascar. That might make it, possibly. And finally, you've got pretty much all of that to listen to at 1900 hours UTC. So check it out, 1900 hours UTC. If we look again, we have Voice of Vietnam for 30 minutes, best frequency 7280 to Europe. Then we have Radio Australia, best frequency 12065. Radio Thailand coming in really well, 9390. Voice of Indonesia is rather weak on 9525, so that could be hard depending on where you live and propagation. Voice of America packs a great signal from Botswana on 15580. Then we have to Europe, Iran, that starts at 1920 UT on 7315, 9665. Japan to try for, maybe, 9710. This is from Vatican State, so it might actually jump over Europe, but maybe some of you can receive it. Ireland from the Madagascar relay, 5820 kilohertz. And finally, we have pretty much all of those frequencies are what you're going to listen to for that time frame on shortwave to Europe. So hope you enjoyed this little pics of shortwave broadcasts to Europe on my shortwave channel. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. And hopefully you enjoy our videos, and we'll continue listening to my videos, watching my videos, and give us thumbs up if you do. Why not subscribe also? And thank you for watching.